guys, Rick Shaw here on the 7th of July 2022. We had a nice little bit of rain, still stayed nice and dry. Big poop fly. Everything stayed dry under there. I picked this off. It's pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty loud last night, the rain. It just wouldn't quit. Pretty much most of the night. But it's beautiful here this morning. I was out earlier with the dogs, and look at a good little goofy one. Those two are buddies now. There's no doubt about it. That little one, she got to go wherever the big one goes. So that's a real nice thing. Good morning. But I was watching some of the news this morning, and it's just crazy. I see they had some problems with the Georgia Guidestones. Big woo. You know, they got one of the big plates got damaged, and that's a new world order thing, is what it seems to me. Who knows why that happened? They said the thing's always under surveillance by the police, but you know, it seems to me like it's out in the middle of nowhere. But just kind of weird. And then it also seems to me in the States that they're doing a big push for the guns again, just like when Obama was in. You know, they're constantly doing these huge pushes to take your guns. And then they had this Philly mayor, and that's a nutbag town, guys. I've been there. That's a crazy town. And he's like, I'll be glad when I'm not the mayor anymore. And they said, it's so controversial. And then he says, they want to be like Canada, take all the guns, where only police and military have guns. That's a big pile of crap, guys. That's the biggest pile of hokum I ever heard of. You know, this is the one country that has a lot of them. And I can't believe that things are getting this far, without any kind of people raising up against this. These people just keep doing these sick things. They don't stop. They know they're pedophiles. They know they're a bunch of weirdos. Come on, Shakes. Come on. And they know these people are doing these rotten things, and everybody just sits back, waiting for somebody else. And then I see on the internet with all this Q crap, I still don't buy any of that stuff. All this asparagus there. They keep touting this crap. Yeah, Nintendo. Hey, old Trumpy's gonna be back. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's what they're saying to everybody. It'd be nice. It'd be nice, but I'll tell you what, I can't buy it. Morning. I just don't buy any of this stuff. If it was going to be done, it'd been done already. They keep talking about this the election, and all these states are decertifying now, and you see different news here and there. This one says, there's only a few more states need to decertify and all this stuff. Baloney. It's getting a little bit tiring to watch some of this stuff. Morning. But the boys are all getting ready to start working today. Some of these houses, it looks to me they're going to come online real quick. This morning, since I've been living in this house over a year and a month or so, I had the most water pressure that I ever had in here. I couldn't believe how much water pressure was coming out of the shower head upstairs. And plenty of hot water. So I was pretty happy about that, So usually when there's the hot water has to go up so much higher, the pressure head doesn't push it up. So if you put it on all the way hot, you lose pressure. So you gotta turn the heater up as much as you can, if you can, and then turn it to cold so you get a little more pressure. But it didn't matter this morning. It didn't seem to matter whether you were on all the way hot or all the way cold. The pressure was the same, and it was the highest ever since I've been here. Be nice if it would stay that way. I doubt it, but we'll see. We're getting ready for our trip coming up here. I'm going to be heading out tomorrow to get some things done with our puppies. Look at these goofy guys. They just do this the whole walk. Same last night. That little one, she's feisty. She is. She's a feisty one. Whoa! And Shaky just mothers her along. It's really cool whenever we're walking and the little one gets behind. Shaky will run back and usher her along with us, which is kind of cool. Shaky's a really good pup. She gets ticked sometimes though. She gets ticked, the little one, sometimes. Look at that mean face. But we're having a lot of fun with the dogs. When we take them out for walks and stuff, they're both doing great. Shaky's been a great pup. We hope we don't have any trouble on the boat bringing them, but you can run into that trouble, guys. I said this before in the vlogs, and just know this. Now, we could get to the boat and they might not ask us a damn thing. That's just how it goes here, But we were told that if they have their rabies shots, and the rabies shot's got to be 2 weeks old, everything's good. But then they come back and said, oh no, you got to have the parvo, and you got to have this one, and you got to have this series of shots in order for your dogs to travel. And it's like, oh brother. And then it's good. They needed the shot anyway, but here in this country, the vets stretch everything out, to make money, and it's still cheap. It's still way cheaper than the States, guys. I think the one shot was $10 at the vet, but in the States it's a hell of a lot more than that. I used to buy my own shots. I had a kennel license, and I bought my own shots for the dogs, and no problems. I didn't have any problems with that. I just signed the thing myself, and they never really checked them. Once in a while they checked the rabies, but all the dogs had to have tags. So, but here that's nothing. Dogs run around here all the time. No tags, no nothing. They did clear out the stray dogs that were in here, which was really good. I was super happy about that. Another thing I'm seeing, we were watching the news. My wife and I were watching the news this morning, and here in this country they got these cars will have like the police lights on them, the red and blue lights flickering. They'll have them on the roof of their car, and they'll do all the shit. When they drive down the road, they're running them. Well, around Manila, they were stopping every car that had that crap, every single one of them, and taking them. They were taking those lights because you're not supposed to have them. To me, it just, it's just a real bummer. I know in the States, you go put the red and blue lights on your car and you're driving around, they might take your car. Can't do that crap, but that's all well and good, but if they're probably only going to do it just in the Manila area, not anywhere else, which is kind of a bummer. But you'll see a lot of that, and people got sirens too. They'll blow their sirens and all this. But the thing that kind of bugged me, I had an awuga horn on my bike. They won't allow that. They don't allow you to change stuff in your vehicle. Even a better horn. I wanted to change mine just because this one that came on it wasn't. It's just not that loud. It's the stock horn, and if somebody's got their window up and their stereo playing and their air conditioner running in their car, they're not hearing you unless you really blare it at them, I guess. And that's not my style. I always like to just toot the horn. You get some people get in there and they're beep. I never was that kind of guy. I don't do that kind of stuff. That's annoying. But this is what you get here. They don't want me to have my awuga horn, which is kind of a bummer. It sucks for us. But I don't know if we're going to have a lot of rain on this trip. It is the rainy season. We're making sure we're bringing umbrellas. I got my Dry Mart shirts that I'm going to be taking along. My wife was saying I got some new cotton shirts and stuff, but when they get wet, they take too long to dry. So I got the Daymart ones. I got some more came yesterday. This last month I ordered a bunch of shirts. And then what Lazada does, they give you cash back and bonuses. And then you go ahead and buy, and then I can get a couple more. It goes into like your wallet. So I was able to get a few more extra shirts, and just I keep shopping for the right sizes for me. Here, they'll do a lot of things on Lazada with I've noticed it with the clothes, where they'll say 4X, 100% cotton, Okay, great. And you order them, and you get a dry mart that's size medium or small. You know, this is just what these people send. So I send them back. Hell with them. I put them right back in the bag and call up the place and get them sent back. Now, a couple of them I kept because they fit the kids, and the kids got some cool looking shirts. But watch how they do. I don't like how a lot of these companies do on this Lazada, but Lazada covers you because they go right back. Money went back in the account, and then the companies that sent me the right size. This one company that got me this shirt here, I'll be buying a lot more shirts. They're a little bit more money, but they print them right there. They had a shirt that I picked out, and they text me right away saying that when they were making that shirt, there's no returns on the order on those because they make them. They make them when you order them, and they come up and said that they ran out of that particular color, and they gave me an option for other colors. And I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine. You know, they're talking to me, and they're sending the right size. And these shirts right here, if you feel this material on this shirt, this is a real high quality material, and the stitching is really good. I mean, if you turn it inside out and start looking at it, I don't believe these are going to fall apart or fade. They're really nice shirts, and I do like the cotton, guys. When we're in the rainy season, I do get that dry mart stuff. I know it's a synthetic and all that, but you take them out of the washer, they're pretty much dry already. You know, and those are kind of nice the way I sweat. When we were down in Mindoro last time, you know, I just soaked the shirts, and it sucks to go into somebody's house with a soaking wet shirt. So those are nice. They dry quick, and I just got to learn to keep carrying a towel. It's just in the rainy season, your towel gets all wet, and umbrella's always too far. You never know how fast it's going to rain here. We've been out here where the sun was shining, and then 5 minutes later we're in a downpour. And yesterday we had a pretty damn good downpour. Just know that when you come here during the rainy season, it's going to happen, and it can happen like in the blink of an eye. We missed that big hurricane that headed up towards Japan and Taiwan. You know, all the rain they were getting and flooding. China's getting some serious flooding. Couldn't believe all the news feeds I've been seeing where whole towns are just getting washed away. I feel bad for those folks there. And I was talking to a buddy the other day, and he's like, yeah, what do you feel bad about them for? Well, it's not the people, you know. It's the government that you get ticked at. People are just along for the ride, just like in the States. And, you know, it's just a real bummer what the government can do. But people do. You can get pissed at the people, too, because they need to just stand up. But you look at why I say never give up your firearms. Because look what they did in Shanghai to those people. You think if they'd had guns, it would have been that way? You know, didn't even have to use them. Just the idea that they have them. That's what keeps the government at bay. But over there, they don't have that. So they're locking them up. Now they got another city of so many million. We see this, and they're doing another big push. I'm starting to see all kinds of news feeds where, you know, now we got all these cases again. And they're still using the PCR. They're still using that damn thing. You know, but I do believe that the bigger percentage of the folks, they keep watching their CNN, their MSNBC, and they're falling right into the same trap they fell into a couple years ago. Same thing. And it just doesn't seem like they're going to quit. The mainstream media is owned by a few corporations. There are some good news ones. I like to watch the one from India and the Australian one. But they talk about, we just saw this thing. Australia just broke the news about, you know, this, that, and the other, and they're going to get rid of Biden, blah, blah, blah. And then you can't find it. You know, I didn't find anything. So somebody make that up, I don't know. But even on the Telegram, I put a lot of stuff on there, and I see a lot of things, guys, that just, I just not buying. You know, and then you got these fights between people. And some of these people you look at, you listen to their stories that they're writing. There's no backup to it. You know, they just come out and say something, and you can't find any information on it at all. This one doctor got on there and was talking about the jab. I tried to look the guy up. They gave his name. They even gave his middle initial and said where he was from. And I looked. I couldn't find him anywhere. I Googled him. I went on Brave. I tried to find. Nope. Couldn't find a thing about this guy. So I think he was a made-up guy. So it's really strange. Another thing on the news here, my wife was watching, and it doesn't seem like they're going to push for any more of these boosters here. You know, they say whatever you got is good enough now. I hope they drop a lot of this stuff, and that the new guy gets in here and opens things up. Tourism is a big thing in this country, and you think about what happened in the last couple of years of people just got destroyed with this. You know, businesses closed. We had businesses that we went to since I've been here. They're gone now, guys. You know, they're just completely gone. Even in some of these bigger places like Divisoria, stores that have been there for years are gone. The people had to go do something else because they weren't allowed to conduct their business, so they got out and did something else, and they won't be back. We had a real good shoe guy up at the one market that we went to. Well, he had to leave. He was a young guy, him and his dad. He had to go do something else. I guess the dad just gave it up, and now they got another guy over there that he's not anywhere near as good, and won't be using him again. Had him made a pair of slippers for me that they're just not real nice compared to what we got before, and they were more money. So, and I understand these people in these markets, they're trying to make back what they lost over the last few years. I can definitely understand that. But so many places went out of business. It's just a royal shame. And now a lot of these people that ran you out of your business, they're up for re-election again. They kept their jobs the whole time. Their pay never stopped. You know, their goon squads, you know, had all their money, the ones that were keeping you down. And they're just fine. They didn't lose a damn thing. They actually gained a lot of them. So, you know, watch your vote. Watch who you look for, you guys over there, because you know they're coming now. They're going to do a lot of stuff in the states with this election. I don't think that these riots and all this stuff it's going to get worse. You know, you got August coming. That's the heat. They're going to rabble rouse people into starting all this trouble. They got that thing in Akron where these cops just shot the living crap out of this guy. You know, that's going to be a bad one. I saw 12 body cam footages of it. You know, hey, I'd be scared too from all these cops going to pull him over. I don't know what the deal was. They didn't say it was a stolen car. They didn't say it was anything other than a traffic stop. Oh, but they found a gun in the car. Well, the guy didn't have one in his hand. You know, these cops aren't looking and being careful. That looks like a bad shooting to me, just from what I've watched. I mean, they just blasted the crap out of this guy. One cop starts shooting, they all start shooting. You know, I'd like to see some of the depositions on that. But that's going to be a big trouble. That's going to be a real big trouble going on. That's Akron, Ohio. It's a royal shame. Then I saw a dang thing on there that said this dude that did the firing at the 4th of July where he killed 6 people. And he's some kind of a weirdo, that's for sure. Just look at him. But they said, oh, he's a government operative. So I'm watching this. It was one of these big wig guys that's on the channels. So it was just clickbait because I watched the whole thing. And there was nothing that proved that he was a government anything. You know, could he have been? Sure. But I didn't see anything that this guy put out. His header was, this dude's a government operative. And then he had nothing to back that up. Nothing. He just started blah, 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 blah. So a lot of these guys that you get on these channels, it's clickbait. They want people to watch so they can make some money, I guess. It's all a bunch of hokum. So a lot of things going on. We're looking forward to our trip. We're going to bring the cameras down, and hopefully we'll get some good footage. We don't know how much is going to get done with all this rain. They do still dig holes here to get things started, even though it's pretty rainy. I don't know if we'll need pumps to pump it out. I do know one thing: when these holes get filled up with water, it's not like in the States where they drain pretty quickly. These holes fill up with water and they just don't drain. I don't know, it's not really a clay soil, but it's a very hard soil. And so we'll see what's going to happen with that. Time will tell. We might have to wait on the septic. I'm not sure. So, but I'm gonna let you go, and don't forget to pray for each other, guys. Also, by the way, the CERN thing, I haven't seen too much more on that. I saw some pictures of when they did it the last time. They saw all these weird clouds up above it and blah blah blah. Who knows? Who knows what that is? Whether it's CGI or not, I'm not sure. But anybody got any information on the CERN? You can put links in there in the comments if you want, so we can take a look at it. But I haven't seen anything new on that. So, guys, all take care. And this is Rick Shaw out.